Uh, all right, here we are talking about the Donut Hackathon. Just some explainers and some questions. Thanks, Adam, for joining. Thank you, Kyle, who's one of the champions, the Donut Hackathon, Build-a-thon champions that's a part of this as well. So I'm going to create some space for Kyle to share also what he is going to be facilitating and leading at this hackathon. But just to give some folks out there really quick, let me just hit some quick updates real quick. One is we changed the location, so just keep a eye out for that, just to create more accommodations for everyone. It's going to be at Frontier Tower, and so at Frontier Tower, it's going to be at the 14th floor. So when people come there, make sure you check in. There's an entrance. You check in at the entrance, and then you go to the 14th floor, not the 15th or the 20th or the 50th. Is there? I mean, if you end up in the 50th floor, let me know because that's probably an awesome view. But hit up the 14th floor. It's not that it's a Frontier Tower is not too far from most public transportation. So ideally use public transportation or Uber or what is that thing with the robot that drives around the city? You can use that thing too, whatever. If it doesn't get you here I'm not liable for that. What to bring? I would say bring your laptop, bring notebook, bring whatever tools you use to do stuff. So bring something. Bring those things that you need. And if you're not a tech person, that's okay too. Bring your notebook, bring whatever you do to kind of ideate and flow. If you are, some folks have reached out to us and like work with neighborhood associations and citizen associations and even the government. So if you have any like resources, print them out, bring those so we can access when we break into groups. Actually, we have those physical copies to be able to read and share while we also process. So everything is not always digital. Sometimes it's helpful to have the physical resources and or any books or documentation. So yeah, I also encourage people to bring some books if there's any reference points or anything. Obviously, Donut Economics is a book too, so I'm sure that'll show up and whatnot. A couple of things to remind everyone too. A note. Definitely do a little bit of research. When we're sharing these links, some of them are already in the hackathon event page, but definitely check out the California Donut Economics Coalition. We are a sociocratic nonprofit that created a donut snapshot for the state of California. We already released a short form. It's free to download. It's open source. At the end of October, beginning of November, we're going to be releasing the long form, which is like a really comprehensive report with all the data for the state of California. Definitely worth looking at this before you come and having some reference points so we don't have to explain or kind of like demystify this too much. It's more about leaning into it for, regional and San Francisco purposes. If you want, you can also dive into the aspects of, focusing on the aspects of how this is showing up all around the world, in the sense that here's all the donut economics projects all around the world. I wish these were like donut shapes. That would be really cool. But for now, they're just circle shapes. But you can see there's different levels and stages of projects happening with donut economics all around the world. Please check it out and check out the donuteconomics.org website to just see like where is this being used? What are the case studies of cities, of counties, of countries? Amsterdam, for example, is using this both at a civic level and with the policymakers, but also with the community. So definitely tune in to all of this to see what's happening. How are people participating with donut economics in a way that's solving problems and creating more coherence in communities, where, dissolving this polarization through donut economics. So definitely tune into this stuff. I think it's really, really important. The event and do some research with donut economics before you come. That's really critical. Kyle, am I missing anything?
I don't think so. Yeah, Donut Economics, the deal platform has a whole lot of information. More than you can handle in a day. So, um, yeah, just start there.
Right. And on that note, I definitely want to like bring it up to everybody. Also, that there is also yeah, totally forgot that like the basic stuff. Bring your towel. No, I'm just kidding. It's a joke if you watch South Park or or if you read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Always bring your towel, right? But also make sure you bring a water bottle and like any snacks. We are going to be providing healthy food Okay, the intention is to nourish us, healthy food. So this very intentionally, we're going to be bringing healthy food for everybody to have. Ideally, we're going to have some combination of vegetarian and probably something with like a lot of protein and some drinks and healthy, yummy drinks, and supporting a local business through that process too. So we want to create a donut economic, support system while we actually do this project together. And then um, we'll have food, drinks, but also please feel free if you want have your own stuff, bring some nourishments or snacks, help yourself. If you guys have any sponsored friends or collaborators who have restaurants or businesses, if they want to like share some of their stuff at this event, we welcome that too. As long as it's healthy, right? Let's not. The whole intention is making it nourishing to us as we do this process. So please invite some healthy businesses that are creating healthy food that are also healthy to the ecosystem as well. Couple other notes I want to drop in you guys. October 4th, we're partnering also with this event. It's a Bay Area, it's a bioregional regeneration unconference that's going to be happening on October 4th. So if you are in the Bay Area, this is an event to come meet in person. One of the partners is California Donut Economics Coalition, and a variety of people who are going to be participating, like Kyle and Biotic Ship and different people. They're also going to be here in person at this event. Okay, so just this is a physical thing that's happening. There's people with money coming here. There's government officials coming here, policymakers. There's different like nonprofit and businesses also coming together to around this bioregional perspective. That's this event, okay? Just throwing that out there. There is a San Francisco economics meeting number 3, which is going to be on Thursday, October 16th. This is the third meeting we're doing for the city of San Francisco. I'm going to hand it over to Kyle in a moment to kind of share what's happening with the San Francisco Donut, which is going to be also related to this hackathon that we're all coming together around. And then last but not least, there is a donut festival that is going to be happening, a donut disaster festival that's going to be happening in the Bay Area in Crockett, which is where the Bay Area meets the Bay Delta, basically where the river meets the ocean. There's going to be this disaster festival, which is going to be both disaster resilience and mitigation, but also creating an experience where people understand the donut, but also act in a way that helps to heal the donut in all the different ways, the indicators within and outside, the social and the environmental indicators. So this event is going to calling in of different community members and everything, and it's going to be a theatrical experience of a disaster. I think we're doing a Godzilla attack or something. So it's going to be what do we do when there's a Godzilla attack, and then we're going to also cohere around that and using donut economics as the framework. Okay, donut economic hackathon. Kyle, can I hand it over to you and can you frame really quickly like what's the deal with the San Francisco economics meetings and this hackathon and what are you going to be leading?
Okay, thank you, Indy. The Yeah, I was trying to pull up some slides that might help, but um, yeah, we've it's about 2 months of various meetings, kind of constructing a donut economic circle of people, of San Francisco residents and experts. We've come together and, all different gifts coming together to create a team. So we've started to collect data around the donut. So that's like 21 different dimensions from environmental, social indicators, along with financial. And um, yeah, essentially the whole process is to get people involved, actual lived experiences of San Francisco and people to help develop what these indicators are. What does it mean to have adequate housing in San Francisco? What does it mean to be mentally healthy in San Francisco? Having actual residents and people of San Francisco answer those questions, and then make those the goal of what a healthy city looks like. So we are, yeah, part of this is engaging people, and we want to co-develop this platform together for the city of San Francisco. So, what metrics does San Francisco want to see? How should we build this? There's like these digital donut dashboards that have been created. So where you can see a GIS view of San Francisco and some of the hot spots for, health issues, environmental issues, social issues, and then, like dashboards of the health and wellness, kind of on the side, to really help policymakers, investors, citizens see where the true problems lie and what potential solutions could be created and funded from there. So kind of matching capital to real life kind of nature-based social solutions. So again, we're calling on the San Francisco and greater to help co-develop this platform. So ideally, in true donut kind of ethos, it's open source, yet owned by the citizens of San Francisco. So how do we design the physical infrastructure? Where does this data lie? How secure it is? How private? How open source? We would love to get feedback on how to kind of develop that actual physical baseline infrastructure. Is this using some sort of crypto and San Francisco coins? Like how do we want to do that? All the way to what data sources and data lakes exist. How can we pull those into a real-time dashboard through APIs? Yeah, and have it supported by the San Francisco. I mean, these things are not, they do cost money. So, how can we pull that in? And then also, how do we, yeah, engage with local policymakers and local experts to help verify and bring this data to light? Um, so I'll kind of, yeah, leave it there. Um, And we have
And
we have more slides and kind of nice pictures and examples of what other cities has done and what they've created. And we have a whole living project plan of how we're approaching it and who's on the team and what they're doing. And then we also have a data template that people are going off and taking certain indicators and doing research and starting to collect data as well.
thanks, Kyle. Yeah, and on that note too, we one of the intentions for this is actually kind of a choose your adventure aspect. When people come, there's gonna be a couple of presentations is to bring everybody into the same space and same level. And then there's gonna be a presentation on what civic technology already exists. And so, we don't have to invent anything that is already happening. And then we're gonna kind of dive into how do we kind of you can go on the choose your adventure of joining Kyle and that group of focusing on San Francisco, or it could be on how do we create a game aspect of this so that we can include different people in the community that might not have different accessibilities or understandings of data. How do we integrate? I just kind of thinking about how does it even be a donut plus? Like how can you advocate for improving situations while we're gathering data too? So there's gonna be a little bit of a choose your adventure thing happening at this. I just want to also like name a couple of partners, Flourishing Foundation, which is giving us the space, Trellis, which has supported us also with hosting the space as well, Trellis Co-working. And then also there's Synthetic Lab, which is providing some subscriptions to use LLMs that are open source and not. I think they'll explain more and present a little bit about how they're doing LLMs a little bit differently and a little bit more inclusive in the way that they're kind of approaching and more open. I don't remember what the language they use, but it's definitely worth checking out how they're doing the LLM model versus the other large language learning models that are out there. Okay, I want to open up to you guys. Adam, Kristen, thanks for joining. Do you guys have any questions or can we create some clarity?
Thank you both for the quick presentation. Helpful. I just joined to kind of see more about what are you about and what's your vision to the how, and if there was other nuggets of information because I had looked a little bit online, but great to have some of the backdrop, before showing up next week. So I appreciate it. That's all. So no exact questions right now, but thanks for your preparedness.
Thank you.
Yeah, same here. Thanks so much for the presentation. I live in the neighborhood, so that's another reason why I was interested in the hackathon because I've been to Trellis. It's a really nice space, but I haven't been to Frontier Tower, so that'll be cool to check out. But yeah, I just came to get more info. I do need to do a little bit more research on, donut economics and just kind of see like what other projects have been done before. But yeah, excited to learn about it and just see what, the community can build.
Yeah, thank you both. And really just to kind of give you guys some more frame, we already have a San Jose donut that's has formed and they're already doing data. They're already organizing citizen associations, government, all even academia, and they've been collecting data since like I think it's since January of this year. And they're releasing a San Jose donut in a month as well, just for San Jose. So even as we're doing this hackathon, oh, I wonder if whatever technology we generate from this can also support them, right? Because they're already doing that work. So there's already some local organizations that are kind of coming together and grassroots community led. It's actually a single mother who's, really cares about ecology and environment and her family, right? And so it's really cool to support these grassroots leaders who want to make things better for their community. And I guess I should put into reference too. We're not really like attached to any outcome per se for this. However, at the same time, we are we've all experienced phenomenology when you bring together a bunch of people who have skills and talents, and you create the right conditions in the container for that collaboration to be enacted and to be generated and catalyzed. Amazing things can happen. I'm sure you guys have experienced in your lives. I definitely have in amazing ways, in different ways, right? Whether it's with technology or people or even with ecological processes. So we are hoping that this generates that kind of collaboration and networking and generating, but also potentially this might lead to maybe a retreat where we actually identify a group of people and developers, and then we spend like a week together and we actually create the technology that's even more robust and is cyber secure and is open source and protects people's data and blah blah blah, all the things that are humane tech and heart-centered technology. How can we actually embody and create that while we're taking care of the developers and the programmers and the data engineers? And how do we do this the right way all the way through? And not like I've done a lot of corporate wellness over the years. Like, how do we not wait till everybody's burned out and being abused? And then we're like, okay, can we get some corporate wellness in here? Like, no, let's do it from the start and how we're doing this. And just the whole process is more human centered and heart centered. So that's also really at the core of this. So just wanting to throw that out there for you and those who listen to this later. The intent, there's no like, oh, we got to get something done and this is blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, we're not in that space. We're not even in the judging space. Some people reached out to us and we're like, can we judge at your hackathon? Seriously, guys, people reached out and I'm like, no, we're not judging anything. We're building something together. In fact, the only judgment here is it actually going to help? Like, is this going to support the community to thrive? Is it going to support ecology to thrive? Like, that's our level of judgment here. Like, we have to ask those questions. Is it actually needed? Or is this actually going to support a thriving and regenerative economy and community, right? And system. So that's at the core of it. Any other question, Kyle? Is there any other clarity we need to clear?
No, no specific outcomes. Other than, yeah, I think we're all on the same mission of like, yeah, how do we create a more like thriving kind of world we live in, starting with our own soil where we're at. So that's really the purpose. And I think it's clear that we live in a world of data, so having the right data to talk to policymakers and investors is going to be key. So, like, how do we close that gap at quantifying, qualitatively, quantitatively the true benefits of of people and the planet, which is
Mhm.
kind of the basis of our life supporting system. So, yeah. I guess we are, yeah. It's not lost that like we want to create our mission is to create a very powerful solution here. And uh, also it should be funded as well. So we should be nourished as we're doing it and properly funded and really getting all forms of capital through this process is really the goal. So we are looking at it all lens. We are, thinking about how we can construct this to get funded by um, you know philanthropic funds, impact funds, citizens. Um, for the kind of financial capital. And then, we have people like Indy and other grassroots individuals that are really good at caring for people and, making it a fun experience. Uh, and then, yeah, and then just bringing different people together to, yeah, to yeah, create something, a startup almost.
And that is an invitation to all those folks listening and you guys, that like we are calling in potential. This is like an opportunity to also call in like foundations and philanthropic funds to like actually not like we don't whether you give us money or not, it's not important. It's like, can this also be a way to track your impact metrics, for your funds and for your projects? Because a lot of times those things are not executing what they're wanting to execute because there's not really kind of like this donut economic framework gives you kind of like this like holistic framework to test your impact. So we are inviting people. So if you guys know anyone or the folks listening, this is also a great opportunity to invite anybody in that impact investment or philanthropic space to reimagine how we track those metrics of impact and validate those, right? As well, in a heart-centered way, in a way that's not like oppressive or imperialistic, but something that's integrative. So yeah. Yeah, exciting. Thanks, guys. So any more questions? We don't have to go all the way to 3 o'clock. We can close it up here. Are you guys feeling good? You excited?
Excited. Look forward to it. Thanks
Yeah,
again.
definitely excited. Thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun too, okay? It's not gonna be like sit down now and go to class now and do your work, okay? We're gonna have a fun time. There might be some ecological activities too, something where we touch soil or do something, even though it's kind of hard when you're in these like concrete jungles, right? So find some way for us to connect. And some regenerative practices, maybe some sound healing or some stuff will show up, right? Some meditation space too for all of us. Feeling it right now, all of us feeling it in different ways. And then last but not least, just an invitation for folks out there. Anybody wants to volunteer, anyone wants to help out. We want to cultivate kind of like this donut monastery vibe that we're all like also supporting each other. It's being regenerative, but we also kind of create a space where we care for each other and care for the space. So make sure we treat the Frontier Tower really well, make it better. Maybe we leave it better than when we even got there. That would be kind of a cool kind of way for us to experience these things. So make sure everybody cares for the space like it's their own. I mean, I don't know. Some people don't even care for their own space. Okay, care for it like it is like a monastery or a sacred space. And last but not least, please everybody take care of yourselves. Have fun during San Francisco Tech Week. Make the best of it, connect, but also make sure that you take time to regenerate and restore yourselves. So even if you wanted to come to this hackathon, just to restore yourself from all the crazy networking and the meetings and the hustling, this is also a cool space just to come and just chill. You don't have to even do anything. You can just be in it and not have to feel like you need to do anything or accomplish anything as well. So thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Ken.
Thanks for joining. Thanks for
Thank you.
listening.